If you're just joining us, Megan still can't beat the governor in chess. The governor's back on top. Tara's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Tara's a lesbian and Michonne's one bullet away from never getting to have sex with Daryl. All this and more on this episode of Dead Real.
Great. How should we start this? Where do I begin? I feel like screaming, don't you?
Let's start with the very beginning.
Okay, so the very beginning, we see that the governor, Brian, Brian has the girl, and Martinez takes the girl. He hands him the rope with hesitation.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he just handed the rope. It was with hesitation. And I got that feeling right there. He was wondering whether he should not take him, but there were witnesses there, and he couldn't really do anything.
Can you blame the guy after what he's done?
Why would you even try to help this guy? You left him.
Oh, well.
It's been how many months now? This guy
At least 8 months,
so much
right?
stuff,
Right.
having to survive on his own now,
Right.
and he's the governor. You saw how he was before.
Right.
He killed those people like he didn't care. You really think he's gonna salvage your life? I would have never saved him or like try to even say hi or whatever. I would have kept going.
Right.
Obviously he had just destroyed 3 zombies to save that little girl.
Yeah.
He did.
You can't say kill
You
because
did.
those were not kills, those were
But he
fucking
has so much
fatalities.
anger inside. You can tell because he's not even himself.
But here's another thing that that we missed. Do you remember when they went through the trekking to get supplies and everything like that? And Martinez sat down there, and then the governor was standing up and walking. And as the governor was walking down, Martinez said this ridiculous statement. He says, "If you didn't have the girl with you, I probably would have left you there. But because you had the girl and you got family," he said that. And then he sat down in a chair. "I would have left you there." That's when the governor said, "You're gone."
Why?
He would have killed him. He told him to his face, "I would have killed you. I would have left you there if you didn't have that girl there." And then he says, "I guess you've changed now."
But Martinez wouldn't have killed him, he would have just left
He
him.
would have left him there, which means he was dead, died.
Yeah.
You know, Martinez said that openly. He wasn't even drunk yet, and he naturally said that because that's what he does. He naturally says stupid things. This you don't say to a psychopath,
Yeah.
Yes.
The last,
right? You don't tell a psychopath, "You know what? If you were on your own, I'm going to kill you." I would have left you there.
the last few episodes, go ahead.
No, I said I already knew it was bad news once the guy's like, yeah, so I'm in charge. I hope you're okay with that.
That was,
What?
you're right. That was a turning point.
Joking? Why would you say that?
Yeah,
And
The
he
guy
are you
was
okay
the
with that?
governor.
And he sized him up, Brian.
Yeah. And then he looked with the one eye, up and down with the one eye, and he stared at him with the one eye and didn't blink.
But before that though, like when they were playing, I thought, the Walking Dead, these last 2 or 3 episodes, they haven't opened up like that excitingly. This intro was awesome. I just love how they're making like chess seem like, the whole battle thing.
Right.
And she's like, "It's your turn, Brian." He's like, "I'm thinking."
You know what I thought at first? Is you know how they were going back and forth to like
The
past and present?
Right.
When it went to like the camera focused like out and you saw the tank and all you saw
Right.
was a little girl.
Right.
And the governor, I'm like, oh my god, did he kill everyone? And now it's just them two?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mom and
Yeah,
dad,
yeah, yeah.
and the mom and the sister, and
Yeah.
like, I didn't see them. And then it went,
Yeah. And what was really interesting,
you guys got like eyes.
another thing that was really interesting about what was going on was the fact that
Your stick?
we've really,
Yeah.
another thing that was really interesting, if you remember, you alluded to this, when they were playing chess, the whole premise of that chess was Brian was opening up, he was talking to the girl, she was playing chess with him, and then information was coming out about, my father hit me, he goes, "Why? Were you bad?" He goes, "Sometimes."
Oh, yeah.
And then she thought for a moment, and you could tell she was almost in tears. He goes, "Why? What's the matter, pumpkin?" Pumpkin. Now she's
Yeah.
Pumpkin. They got a
She's
really
Pumpkin
close
now.
bond now,
Yeah.
right? She said, "Am I bad? Because my father was always hurting me." That was a real telltale point. And that's the reason why, if you understood this, that at that time, he said, I'm going to be taking care of you, and this is my family.
Now,
right? And I'm going to be
one time.
taking care of you, and this is my family, right? And nothing is going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Remember? That was the moment. I think that was a gelling moment. You know, there are many different moments, but the core moment is him and her.
Yeah.
It's him and her. You know, of course the girlfriend too, but it's literally him and her.
Now look at this. I don't know if you guys thought it the way I did, but you know when they went out hunting for like supplies.
Right.
Imagine if you had just been recently in charge of a whole town, and now you're following orders, doing what some other guy's telling you. Like I think the entire time, you know, like the governor was just like, you know, like on degrading all their decisions, like in his head, like, you know, this is a stupid move. Like
Absolutely.
we would have taken this. I would have taken this camp. You know, like them coming in, like how they got attacked by those zombies. Both of the other guys, they got attacked by zombies. Like fucking governor killed them both like nothing. Like all those judgment calls that they made, even Pete. You know, when Martinez was out, even the judgment calls that Pete made. You know, like the governor's like, you're not fit to leave anymore either.
Well, Pete himself proved that he wasn't fit to leave. If you remember, Pete's got the gun in his hand, walking with the governor, and says, I may need some help on some decisions. The governor at that point said,
Did you know that Pete and the other guy were brothers?
yes, yes,
I didn't know
Yeah.
until you mentioned
yeah, they were brothers. They were based, that's what they were saying. But it was really
it. You
strange.
know what I thought though when they came back and the whole camp was dead? I'm like, oh my god, did the governor do that? Kill everyone? Someone had to do that.
Some.
I
You
think
gotta
the
think about
governor-
that.
Huh?
You gotta think about that though. If it
But-
was the governor, it had to be someone else.
But governor, it definitely somebody else. It was not the governor. He didn't have time. Exactly. So that means there's another faction coming in, and there's another faction basically who wants to say, I'm the leader, or I'm taking whatever is there. This time, this faction, whoever it is, they're brutal.
Let me just say, I'm glad we put a gay couple.
I'm happy.
Threw it
And
in.
when did you
and
guys-
for the
I already
LBG,
knew.
and for the
I already
LBG,
knew because when she was getting wounded and the other girl already looked like she was flirting, like lesbian.
I didn't,
Then
I,
they were like flirting.
I didn't know, but I'm very happy
They were
that,
flirting.
well, I'm very happy that even in the zombie apocalypse,
Yeah.
people can find love.
That's the first gay relationship in Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
love
I'm saying.
it. I love it.
Because they were talking about the guns. That was the,
Yeah, that's how you knew the way they were looking at each other, like,
Okay, okay.
you know.
I don't have the same mentality as the governor. There's a lot of things that he's done that I would have never done. But after Mitch killed like that guy, you know, when he was bleeding out, like I wouldn't have thought that he was a suitable candidate for my like, you know, assistant.
Oh, that's,
My right hand.
believe me, that's just to quell the people there. He's a stranger. The governor is so smart. He could not kill everyone because he could not control everyone. He needed a face that was already there. Who's the face? His brother. He's going to get rid of that guy. He does not like that guy. He's going to get rid of that guy. And another most important thing is, there was a moment when he killed Martinez. Was it when he killed Martinez? Hang on. When he killed, there was somebody he killed, and he says, great, we have to move, we have to leave. Pack your bags, we have to go right now. He goes, why? I've seen this thing before. Right? Because he was remembering Woodbury. And when they ran away,
He killed Martinez. That's when he said he had a bad dream.
They were gonna run away.
yeah,
I mean,
he was going to get wet.
you know, he wasn't gonna like go deeper into like taking over that place, but
Right.
the fucking
He had
zombies
no
in the
choice.
mud.
Yeah.
The zombies in the mud.
That's crazy. Wasn't that crazy?
Was that the craziest scene in the world you've ever seen?
No.
Zombies stuck in
I'm
the
sorry.
mud.
No, what are you talking
I'm
about?
sorry.
When
The
he's like,
crazy
I
scene
gotta
is-
have a chat. I gotta talk to you real quick.
Yeah. No.
I gotta talk to you real quick. That dude came in. Come on. Oh my god, that was
Well,
fucking.
you know the reason why he did that?
See?
Because he was a weak leader.
The scene that got me is when he's just playing little nice old golf. He was trying to be nice because he knows that the governor likes golf. I think I looked down at my phone the next thing, boom, on his head. I'm like,
But remember the
You
scene.
hear
But the
what
scene.
he was talking about?
yeah, I
Yeah, but
heard.
the scene-
I heard him, but
yeah, but
they
the scene-
threw him on the floor. I'm like, what is he gonna do?
No,
with it?
but remember the scene.
Drag him.
The scene was set up. The first instant that you knew he was going to die is when he said, hey, give me that. And the governor went, no please, no nothing, give me that.
There
And he
was-
gave him the ball, so he was angry right there.
You know why he was already angry? And this may seem small to you, but like she was. You remember? No, not Tara. Tara's big sister.
Mm.
You know the one that the governor's been
Yeah.
He's been
I got it.
he's been talking.
Okay.
He's been she was talking to Martinez, and she was like, "Thank you for everything you've done. This is the first time that I felt safe for a while."
Yes.
And did you see how?
His face was beside himself. He went, really? You
Yeah.
feel safe?
And then right after that, you know what Martinez said? Hey, there's a leak in the trailer. Go fix it.
Right.
Fuck
Humiliating.
that.
Humiliating.
Fuck that. You know, anyone,
Humiliating.
it doesn't matter who you are.
Right.
If you were in charge, that your pride would automatically take over.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna fix this fucking leak.
And you know what? When the guy goes, I want to show you something, and he did the golf, because that's what he was doing in Woodbury, right? The governor was playing golf. He was trying to show him he was the leader. You got that part?
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
The governor used to play golf at Woodbury, and he was trying to show him that he was a leader. So that's the reason why, another reason why he got really pissed off. He's like, you're copying me, basically, right? And when he says, I should have taken more golf lessons, and he smashed him over the head, I think right there, kill of the week.
Yeah, dude. Martinez,
Kill of
hands
the week.
down, the kill of the
Kill
week.
of the week. I mean, he hit him on the head, kicked him off the bus, dragged him to the thing. Now, explain to me, why did he says, I don't want this? What was it? He didn't want the leadership? He didn't want to do this?
I think that's what it was. I think he didn't want to be the leader, but he said, I don't want this, like, you're forcing me to have to take over again. Like, I didn't want this, you know, I don't want this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You know what? It's one of those moments in life that you look at the situation, and there's only two challenges that he had. He had to make sure that this place was really safe, because Martinez, you remember what he said when he was playing golf? He goes, do you think this is safe? He goes, until we meet the next person. He didn't say, yeah, I can make this safe, like a leader does.
Yeah.
Like a leader would say, I can make this safe. And that's why, you know, Brian, formerly known as the governor, is definitely challenged right then. He made a split decision right there and then to take over. And like I said, he kept the brother there because you couldn't have a brand new face, because somebody else in the group would take over. So that's what it is. Now, Michonne.
Before we get to Michonne, what do you think, like, I think I have a theory on the liar, rapist, murderer thing.
Oh yeah, I got a clue on it, yeah.
I think that, you know, let's say, for example, there was 3 couples, right?
Yeah.
I think that the men, their heads were cut off, and the zombies that, I think, well, all the zombies that were in that house were women.
No, it's worse than that. These soldiers, they were all wearing soldiers. They raped and they lied. They came in, they raped and they lied. And that's why they were strapped to the chair and their heads were cut off. You know, it was, and they put liar, and then they put rapist on there. No, there was another word, we didn't get a chance to see that, but that's what was on there. And the reason why is because, remember, the world has gone to pot now. The world's gone to shit. Everyone's doing whatever they want to do. And you see a soldier and you say, oh my God, thank God you're here. And they see some really good looking girls. What's the first thing they do? They want to take over and rape them. And one of the guys that was there must have hidden, freaked out, eventually got them, and that was the end. That was the end of the story. Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, I understand.
Right, so that part, and yeah, all the girls, they must have been killed. Okay, the soldier's not in the league alive, and this guy must have found out, and then killed himself.
That kill with the flashlight was pretty brutal.
Well, that was definitely brutal because he didn't have anything else but his flashlight. But how do you like the so-called leader say, get off of me, get off of me? Now everyone knows, zombies can't talk.
He was talking to
He was talking to the zombie, zombies can't talk, he's freaking out, which is the worst thing in the world to do in that panic, in that situation. And did you notice every single time these guys walk around, they're the loudest people everywhere. They make so much noise, it's ridiculous. They're flipping, you know, anybody, Helen Keller could have heard them walking in. That's how silly it was. So, shall we entertain Michonne?
Yeah, okay,
Okay,
well,
do you understand the scene where he pulls up the gun?
and he's pointing it at Michonne.
Michonne, which scene is that? Do you remember? And that's significant right now.
What do you mean?
No, it's the scene where Michonne is going on a run and she takes Herschel. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
So that's, what was that, halfway through? So we're halfway through. We're not completely at the end. We're halfway through that 3 episode scene.
Oh.
Because she said, I'm just going to pick something. He goes, well, I'll go with you. And I thought it was odd because Herschel cannot run. And every time, remember what Daryl said, eventually we all have to run.
Yeah.
So that's a significant part. He was about to shoot her, he didn't, so he's going to wait.
Did you see the previews for the next episode?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Well, I'm not gonna like tell you what I saw, but I will tell you that the last words were, "All will fight, some will fall."
Oh boy.
All will fight, some will fall. And I sat through the whole episode of Talking Mad, not as good as Dead Real. And and I saw the sneak peek, and it was the governor convincing everyone to go to war
with the
guys
prison.
in the prison, to take over the prison. And
But the governor does not know.
as a sympathy
As a-
card, he was bringing up how Michonne killed his daughter. He said that there's some good people here, but there's also some bad people here. One of them killed my daughter, took my eye.
Oh
And
my goodness.
He's like, I'm not the person that will do the right thing. I'm not the person that will do the wrong thing. I'm the person that will do whatever it takes for me and you all to survive. And he was definitely, I don't
So
think
that
that's
was
the
a-
whole speech.
That was a long intro, which tells me this is going to be a significant battle. This is going to be a significant battle. And, well, remember, our thing of the governor was that at the end, what we saw him was his face looking in. So that must be the moment. I mean, remember, the prison, they've gone through a hell of a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
And so when we saw his face at the end, they've just gotten through some really crazy stuff. So now we're caught up to that moment in time where it's at real time now, because everything has been in the past before. And I think what's really great about the writers in this show is that they still keep us to the edge of our seats. You know, kudos to the writers. They keep us to the edge of our seats, and yet we're wanting more. And yet again, I'm saying to you and everyone out there in the world, I cannot wait until next week.
I know they're gonna leave us on a freaking cliffhanger that's gonna make us go crazy for the
Yeah.
ones to wait.
What's this midweek, mid-season hiatus? Season break? What is that?
I don't know what you guys are thinking, but
Listen, you guys, give us a comment, tell us what you think. If you want us to contact the series to make sure that they keep the season going, do that, and let's see what we can do.
someone's gonna die!
Someone's gonna die and someone's gonna live. Remember, someone always dies.
The governor's gonna live.
And with that, we are both saying to you, real deal.